What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, we're gonna talk about why you shouldn't be a nice guy, you should be kind, and what's the difference. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Richard Vetcruz, salute. Now, recently I did a video about the things nice guys get wrong. And one of the points I made in the video is that you don't want to be a nice guy, you want to be kind. A lot of people wanted me to give more clarity and specifics on what the difference was. So that's how we arrived at today's video. On today's video, I'm going to clearly state the differences between nice guys and kind people and why you want to be the latter and not the former. So without any further delay, let's talk about why you don't want to be a nice guy, you want to be kind. What's the difference? Now, the outward expression of kind versus nice is very similar. Both appear to be good guys, but that's where the similarity stops. One of the differences are from the standpoints that each operates. A nice guy tends to operate from a standpoint of insecurity, along with inadequacy. And when doing nice things for other people, he's seeking validation and confirmation. He does it in a way to build himself up. The kind guy, definitely not so much. A kind guy comes from a position of confidence. He's doing good things for other people from a place of compassion and concern. The kind guy is not seeking validation or looking to build himself up. That's one of the differences between a nice guy and a kind person. Another problem with a lot of so-called nice guys, they're doing these nice things to curry favor from people, doing it so they can feel better about themselves. It's really about them. But on the other side, the kind man is not doing things to curry favor or to seek advantage. He's doing it from the kindness of his heart. Another key difference between a nice guy and the kind man is that the nice guy is modeling his behavior into what he thinks society considers to be a nice guy. He really cares what other people think. That's why he's being nice, to try to define himself in the ways that he thinks society wants him to look and behave. The kind guy does not care what other people think. He's not modeling his behavior into what he thinks other people want him to do. He's doing things from a sense of generosity. He's doing things that he thinks people need from him. And that's a huge difference. The nice guy is constantly doing these nice things because he thinks people will like him more. The kind man could care less whether you like him. He wants you to feel good about yourself. Another key point on why you want to be kind instead of nice, the kind guy doesn't get taken advantage of. He knows how to set limits. When he gives and does for other people, he makes sure it's not at the expense of himself. The kind guy does not let other people take his kindness for weakness. He will not be taken advantage of. On the other hand, the nice guy will often be taken advantage of. That's because he can't set limits and boundaries for what he does for other people. His relationships lack reciprocity. I'm talking about dating, family, and friends. He's giving, and almost never receives. However, the kind guy who does give a lot also receives. He expects and gets reciprocity. So for my nice guys out there, even if you're doing it from a place of compassion and care, set limits. Don't let people take advantage of you. Make sure your relationships are based on reciprocity. Now, what you'll often find, so-called nice guys aren't happy. They're doing all these nice things to try to improve their happiness. They think if they do and give, and people think they're nice, they'll feel better about themselves, therefore improving their level of happiness. The kind guy, definitely the opposite. The kind guy comes into the situation already happy. When he gives and performs acts of kindness, it's to add to his happiness. He derives additional happiness by seeing people around him happy. But his core feeling of happiness isn't derived from that. He comes into this act of generosity already happy. And my nice guys, trust me, you will not get happiness by overgiving. Work on yourself first. Try to make sure you're as happy as you can be, well-rounded, successful, and then give to others. Don't come into the situation unhappy, thinking being a nice guy will make you happy. It won't. And a lot of these nice guy tendencies will definitely show up in your dating relationships. You'll find that although you're being as nice as you think you can be, you're not very successful with the ladies. That's because instead of being kind, women see that you're just being nice and they can take advantage of it. And even if they enjoy the spoils of you being nice to them, they don't respect you. They do want you to be a good guy, but they don't want you to be a pushover. If she sees she can push you over, she knows when you go out into the world, you'll be a pushover and won't be able to protect yourself or a potential family or your mate. That's the problem with trying to be a nice guy when it comes to dating. You think automatically the ladies will like you because you're being nice. No, they won't. They'll like you if you're kind, but not if you're a pushover. And here's where it really gets tricky. And I gotta call nice guys out. A lot of times nice guys use being nice as a manipulative tool. It's a way to get people to do what you want. You're not being nice from the kindness of your heart or being generous. You're trying to, like I mentioned earlier, curry favor. Make people feel like they owe you. That's just as bad, if not worse, than the guy you see as a jerk. Anything that's used to manipulate someone else is just a flaw in your character, even if it's being nice. Which brings me to my next point. I actually believe a lot of times nice guys are pretty selfish. Here's what I mean. Most of the time, nice guys are doing things, like I mentioned earlier, to curry favor. They're trying to change the perception that other people have of them, or to try to paint a narrative. That's selfish. You're not doing a nice thing for other people. You're doing it so you feel better, or what you think will get you a better image in other people's eyes. That's really not nice at all. Whereas on the other hand, a kind person does acts of kindness for the person he's doing. A kind person is generous from a place of selflessness. They actually want to help or assist the person they're rendering this act of kindness to. They're not worried about changing the perception of the outside world. They're already happy with them. So in a lot of ways, the nice guy is selfish. A kind person is giving, compassionate, and selfless. But even if you find yourself being a nice guy because you genuinely want to be nice to other people, you're the one that can be taken advantage of. And that's by friends, family, women, you name it. Draw those lines. Make sure you're receiving reciprocity. Make sure you're not giving from a place of wanting something. The kind guy, like I said, knows how to draw those lines. He won't be taken advantage of. That's the key point to this whole video. I want you to do good things for other people. You just want to make sure you're doing it from the right place. And doing it from the right place is a win-win. You won't be taken advantage of. You won't be manipulating others. You'll be in dating, family, and friend relationships that have reciprocity. You get to do kind, generous things for other people without being taken advantage of and not doing it for you. Okay, so there you have it. Why I believe you shouldn't be a nice guy, you should be kind, and what the difference is. Make sure you let me know in the comment section. You agree, disagree, or you have something you want to add to the conversation. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. And of course, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos we release every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll check you out the next time.